Hello, this video was created by Maithili Deshpande, an associate information developer at BMC Software, and narrated by a computer-generated voice. In this video, we will see an example of how we can edit the standard identification rules and edit the standard merge rules. For the sake of this video, let's take the example of Calbro Services. Calbro Services uses BMC Discovery and Microsoft SCCM to discover the configuration items or CIs, and stores the discovered data into BMC ADDM and CBR_SCCM datasets respectively. Chris, a configuration manager at Calbro Services, regularly reconciles the information from these two datasets into the BMC asset dataset. After looking at the standard rules provided for the BMC computer system class, Chris realizes that though the standard rules fulfill the requirements, he needs to make a few changes to the rules. For the identification rules, he notices that the BMC computer system class is using the token ID attribute as the first rule to identify ACI. Calbro Services uses the serial number attribute and does not have any values populated for the token ID attribute. Chris wants to use the serial number attribute as the first rule. Chris is logged into the BMC CMDB portal and opens the identification rules screen. He selects the BMC computer system class, and adds a new rule with the serial number as the first rule for identification. And removes the token ID attribute from the rule. If Chris decides to add back the token ID attribute, he can click the Add Attribute button, select token ID and save the rule. Now, for the BMC computer system class, the CIs will be identified first by the serial number, and the identification process will move through all the rules till it correctly identifies the CIs and assigns a reconciliation ID. After editing the standard rules for the identification activity, Chris wants to ensure that the data from the two datasets is merged correctly into BMC asset. He wants the computer system class data to be populated from the ADDM dataset because it is more reliable. So, Chris defines the precedence values for the correct data to be merged into the production dataset. To edit the standard merge rules, Chris opens the precedence exceptions screen and selects the standard tab. He selects BMC ADDM and confirms that the precedence value is 100 for the entire dataset, including the classes and attributes. Next, he selects the SCCM dataset. By default, the precedence value for the dataset is 100. So, Chris assigns a higher precedence value to the dataset. And assigns a lower precedence value only to the computer system class. By taking advantage of inheritance, SCCM will provide the data for all other classes and attributes, and only the computer system class data will be provided by ADDM. Chris is quickly able to modify the standard rules for identify and merge activities, and he saves time and effort as he did not have to create custom rules for these changes. Do check the documentation for best practices and additional information. Hope this video helped you understand how to edit the standard reconciliation rules.